So in my last video, I talked about how my kids over here teach me just as much as I teach them. And in this video, I will touch upon how they exposed my impatience and my insecurities as well. When my wife passed away several years ago, I was completely clueless. I thought to myself, here I am with a 5-year-old who's got special needs and a 7-year-old daughter. And for the longest time, I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was learning on the fly. And so with respect to Adai, my wife, one of her many sacrifices was that she homeschooled him full-time, which she did brilliantly while I supported in that role. And so when she passed away, I had to assume that role, which was quite overwhelming, in addition to taking on his other day-to-day routines and all that. So for a long time, I felt inadequate. I felt like a failure. Sometimes I thought if she were still alive, he would be much further along than he was. So I put that weight on myself. And with regards to impatience, I had to face that and deal with that, because obviously he had additional needs and I had to be more patient than I was. And so that taught me patience, with his care, his routine, his schedule, and just as the sole carer for him. And so I had to face that. And with my daughter, that was a different dynamic because, first of all, you have a man who was raised in 1970s Nigeria trying to raise a teenage girl in UK in 2026. And add to that, our personalities couldn't be more different. She's as boisterous as they get. She takes drama queen to a whole different level, and I'm as calm and as boring as they get. And so, she questions authority, and she's very, what I know now, or I understand now, is that she's just being curious. But back then, when she was questioning my authority, I took that as disrespect, as her being stubborn, because I wasn't raised that way. And a lot of you who are listening to this who are not even my age, but I'll say from your late 30s or 40s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where, in fact, back in my day, we didn't even hear the phrase, "because I said so." Our parents just said, give us instructions, and we just had to obey, like a drill sergeant. Orders is orders. And so we didn't even hear things like, because it didn't get to that point where your parents your dad or mom had to say, because nah. So just do it. No questions asked. And so coming from that background and that orientation to having a child who always goes, but why? But yeah, so initially there was that clash where I had to shut her up or shut her down because of my background. And so that took learning, relearning, and unlearning as well on my part, because I couldn't raise her the way I was raised. There were certain things I had to bring into fatherhood, some other things I had to drop with both of them, but with her specifically. And so that again took patience and time, where I initially saw her questioning as disrespect, but then got to I found out that she was just generally curious about life, not just my parenting or whenever I gave her instructions. So I had to deal with that part of me that I was inadequate in as well. And so it's gotten much better. My communication with her and our relationship as well has grown. I'm still learning. It's never perfect, as most parents will tell you. We have our days where we clash, but it's part of the process where I'm teaching her and she's teaching me as well. But So that's just to tell dads specifically that whenever these times, when you experience these moments, especially with raising teenagers, don't look at it as a bad thing, and just to take a step back. Much easier said than done. Take a step back, breathe, and find out what's going on here. Because in some cases, not all, some cases, they are just trying to make you address your triggers and your inadequacies. And the earlier you do that, the better it will be, because you have focused on things that need healing for you. That way it makes you a better parent to them, and the relationship gets improved from there. So I see that as a win-win. So there were moments where I had to take a step back and breathe, not to clash or to pull rank, and to figure out what's going on here. Is it more about me than her or him? And so I'm encouraging dads to do that as well. Like I said, it's much easier said than done, but it's a process. Just take it one day at a time. And so if any of this spoke to you at all, like I said in the beginning of the video, you can watch the next video, which ties in perfectly with this one. And I'll see you in the next one.